And welcome back to, which part is this now? I think we're on part 5 or 6? 6. Part 6 of What If King Kai Lived on Earth? The Dragon Ball Z story. That's an interesting way to call these now, the Dragon Ball Z story. But last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If, Cell was running amok. The Z Fighters tried to stop him. King Kai sacrificed himself, only forced Goku to unlock his inner potential, his inner Saiyan rage, and unlock Super Saiyan 2. With his back against the wall, and King Kai thrown back up, he used the instant transmission to absorb 18 to become the perfect being once more. And now the Saiyans and all Saiyans, humans, Namekians, and all in between are fighting Perfect Cell. And that's where we left off. And it should be noted, this version of Perfect Cell is a stronger version than we get in the original series because he also has the DNA of King Kai in there, which has amped him a little bit. He may even have some residual Divine Ki in there. Though it's so residual, it's probably not like bolstering him any massive amount. But still, he's got residual God Ki in there. So we now cut back to that, and like, I thank you so much, Goku. Your inability to kill me has allowed me to reach my ultimate form. And to think, I thought the pinnacle would have been what merging with King Kai, but this is true power, true perfection. And they're just like, they're getting ready. Oh, it's adorable. You really think you can still fight me? Goku's still powering. It's like, this new transformation of yours is impressive, Goku. I admit, it'll make a perfect test of my new strength. And Cell just gets them into a fighting stance, and similar to like that scene in Bleach, where Ichigo's like looking at Ukidara, and all of a sudden he just got his head right there. That's kind of what happens. You better pay attention, Goku. Don't disappoint me now. And then Goku comes in, and the fight continues. And unfortunately, the fight is no longer going in Goku's favor. Just boom, boom, boom. He's not completely outmatched. Like I said, he was around semi-perfect Cell's power level at this point, at least this version's. Maybe a little farther with Saiyan Rage boost, which is why he was able to fight effectively and ultimately overwhelm him. But Cell is well beyond semi-perfect Cell, and Goku now is just struggling. Everyone is doing their best, gives King Kai a senzu. King Kai gets up, uses his Divine Ki once more. This time, however, it's just not enough. I'm sorry, Kai, but I'm unfortunately already familiar with your abilities. You're still stronger than your student by a long margin, but you're not going to be able to stop me. And then just cracks King Kai. And they're just trying, and Cell's really just like, boom, boom. And it really is just like a losing fight for him. They're all trying. All the humans, and even Piccolo can't even do shit against him at this point. So it just comes down to the fact, well, it's been fun. But unfortunately, I have things to do, like destroy this planet and any other planet I find. Why? Why must you do these things? Why do you have to be so damn evil? It's just the way I was born, King Kai. It was just the way I was born. Now then. Come me. And everyone's just like, me. And they just, what is that? And they're sensing two huge powers coming there. And Perfect Cell just receives the energy, basically. I see. So there may be a challenge yet on this world. Mm-hmm. And they're coming into the fray is Chi-Chi with another bag of senzu beans. But more importantly, Gohan and Trunks, after training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, getting in their full year. There's Gohan in the full Super Saiyan state, and Trunks in the full Super Saiyan state as well. It's like, Gohan! It's like, Dad, are you okay? And everyone's getting a senzu bean. Gohan, you take care of this. Trunks knows Gohan's the stronger of the two of them. He's not going to complain as long as Cell and the androids die. It's like, do what you got to. Right. And Gohan's just facing off with them. It's like, wait, you're the one who's going to fight me, Gohan. You? Oh, that's adorable. Really. Can someone please tell me why you're sending the infant after me? I mean, pooh, and he gets the shot in on Piccolo, or Piccolo Cell, and just Okay, perhaps there is something to you, boy. They just they go for their fight, and at first it's even, but as the fight goes on, Gohan is starting to lose steam. He's starting to it's starting to just wither and fail. But Trunks comes in. Trunks is done helping everyone out, and he gets in there and just starts fighting. Me and Gohan are busy, Trunks. This isn't some death match for your pride. This is the fate of the world at stake. And if I'm joining in to kill you, so be it. Go on. You all right with this? Let's do it. Yeah, they're coming in, and they're coming in hot. We know Trunks in that Ultra form, stage 3, I think it was called, was technically stronger than Cell, but the muscle just made it impossible for him to land a hit. But training with Gohan probably has allowed him to get to the actual true Super Saiyan state. So they're both surpassing Goku at this point, like leaps and bounds, quite frankly. And Goku's like, wow, they've gotten so strong. It is incredible. It's truly. Perhaps they will be able to finally bring down Cell. And finally, it just comes to the point where they blast him. Is that really all you? Boom! And they get the crack in on him. I keep saying crack, but the shot in on him, just right in the solar plexus, right in the gut. Just, and sure enough, he throws up AT. Just, no. It's over, Cell. You've lost the majority of your power already. It's not even like you couldn't beat us together. And there's no way you can beat us now. It's over. You time out. And sure enough, he starts to blow up. What's he doing? You know what? The hell with this. I'll take you all with me. And I wouldn't. You see, the good doctor planted a bomb in all of us, including myself. What? And I just triggered it. In about 2 minutes, you're all going to die. It's like, yeah, I'll just kill each of you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm very volatile. One little touch could make me go boom. And it's like, no, this can't be it. And Goku's just looking on, and he's just looking at his friends and his family, and it's like, sorry guys, I guess this is my mess, isn't it? It's like, it's not the exact same thing, but it's more like, sorry guys, but I can't think of any other way. And it's like, Goku, what? Goku, and she's I love you, Chi-Chi. No matter, I'll always love you. And it's like, Goku, shing, and it's like, Goku, and even King Kai's like, Goku, and just, sorry, son. I thought the Red Room was over long ago, but I guess there's still my mess to clean up. I want you to tell you right now, son, to see you standing here, all this strong, and fighting unbearable odds, I couldn't be any prouder of you. It's like, Dad? Bye, son. Dad! And he teleports Cell. And honestly, he just thinks of the first place he can think of. He goes to just a random planet like Mars or Jupiter or whatever. And to be fair, it's not very hospitable for him, but Cell's going to blow up anyway, and so takes Goku with him. And unfortunately, this does mean that Cell has come back. Goku and Gohan just big screams, and and the transformation weirdly enough happens there, and his power still is just and they all sense like, whoa, his powers are indeed Gohan's power truly is something incredible. He will carry on his father's name without any issue. Or he will carry on his father's legacy with pride. And all of a sudden, Trunks still gets the sorry to keep you waiting. And then he explains the nucleus and all that. And this time, Gohan's just like, I'm not even mad you're still here. I've got some shit to work through. It's like, oh, you seem to have gotten an upgrade too this time, Brat. Very well. Let's see what you have. And they clash, and it goes long and hard. The difference here is their beam struggle is two-armed on Gohan's side because he doesn't have to rescue stupid-ass Vegeta, and he is ultimately able to win. Just, crop baskets. And then, Frank Sinatra plays, and it's all good. I did it my way. And there were times I'm sure you knew. Anyway. And so, Cell's defeated, Gohan, class, everyone's like, you okay, Gohan? Yeah, I'm good. And Trunks is dead, too. It's like, but Dad, I mean, what about the Dragon Ball? You wish him back in Dragon Balls. And to which Piccolo chimes up, yeah, about that. Because me and Kami fused, the Dragon Balls became inactive. After all, I'm not the one who created them. Kami was. Well, couldn't you make another pair? And Piccolo's like, and to be honest, Piccolo, I think they did ask him that. He said that's not something he was capable of doing just because of the nature of who Piccolo was, even fused back with Kami. There obviously is the GT scenario with the Black Star Dragon Balls, but let's even say hypothetically Piccolo could create them. I imagine it would be not as good a set. It would be the Black Star Dragon Balls, in essence. Which, by the way, it makes you wonder how Kami figured that one out, or whoever Kami was prior, that they would destroy the Earth in a year if after making them. It's like they just go, ooh, I can't use these. Anyway, so there may be one other place we could try. At least one other location that has Dragon Balls, and that would be Namek itself. The Namekians were the ones who created the Dragon Balls. It's very possible they would be willing to lend us their use. I mean, hold on. And he's chiming in. And at this point in the history, Guru would have passed away at this point. So Mori is most likely the elder. It's like, hello? Am I speaking to Grand Elder Mori? I was like, yes, this is Mori. Who am I speaking to? Oh, yes, I am King Kai. I'm the North Kai, King Kai of the North Galaxy. I am the deity that oversees everything going on here. And they're just like, hello there. Oh, well, hello there. But look, we're in need of a little assistance. Is it possible we may not inquire, or not inquire is the term, but isn't the term looking right? Is it possible we may use your Dragon Balls for just a quick outing? We have some friends of ours that we have lost in fighting, you know about. We would like the opportunity to bring them back. He's like, oh, this seems like a noble cause. Very well, you may use them. And they use it, and Trunks and Goku get brought back. Admittedly, Goku he had to get his whole body restored, but he got brought back. He's like, oh, hey guys, I'm back. Trunks gets the Zenkai, everyone's happy. And so Trunks goes back to this future, takes care of the androids and Cell. He's a little upset he never got to meet his father, but from what he was told, his father kind of upped and left. And at least that's what he was told. However, we have now the 7-year time skip. And in the 7-year time skip, a lot happens. One, Gohan pretty much doesn't lose a beat. Goku's there to train with him, and him and Chi-Chi both agreed. Gohan can study, but he can also train if he wants. And so Gohan, at minimum, maintains the power he has at this point. I'd even go so far to say he's probably a little stronger than he is in the canon here. Actually, I rephrase that. He's stronger than his Cell Games counterpart, which means he's stronger than, even if he was his Cell Games level of power, he'd still be stronger than his Buu era counterpart. Goten is born, and Goten is naturally stronger than Trunks. This is because he's got his dad to train, and Vegeta's not there to train him. But someone who is there to train him is Raditz. Because in that 7 years, Bulma finds, another relationship with Goku's brother. It would make sense. He's still got that same gruff attitude, a little bit of that belligerence, but he's a lot more accommodating. He's also probably smarter. I mean, there's no proof he was the tech guy among them, or like the genius, or just a better thinker, but he still would most likely be more inquisitive than Vegeta. I think that's a better way to put it. He comes off more inquisitive. And so they get together. They have Bra early. Bra is probably like Marin's age, probably. Krillin the 18's kid, which they also have. They also use the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish back. Well, they can't do that. They can't wish back everyone else. But they do get the Earth Dragon Balls back because they're in touch with the Namekians. They make arrangements that another Guardian could be picked. And ultimately, Dende arrives to Earth. And so, yes, they do ultimately bring back everyone who was killed by Cell. This would include 17 and 16. Remember, I did kill 16 off in this one. Um, and so, everyone's back. Krillin gets to marry 18. Woohoo. But more to the point. Sorry. Raditz has gained Super Saiyan, and through enough training over the 7 years, gained Super Saiyan 2. Gohan, he's not as strong as Gohan, who's probably stronger even than his Cell Game counterpart. Goten is stronger than Trunks by a chunk. He's got Super Saiyan just like Trunks does. Goku's the interesting one, though, because Goku, apart from Raditz farming, predominantly is training and getting stronger, trying to push himself beyond his boundaries. One of the things he's been doing is training with King Kai, most importantly. Trying to push his Super Saiyan 2 form, get as far as it could go. But beyond that, he wanted to have a conversation with King Kai. He's like, King Kai, what was that you did in the fight against him? What do you mean? Oh, you mean the ki? Do you mean the power energy I let loose? Yeah, I've never sensed anything like it. It was insane. It's like, honestly, I couldn't really see it. It just felt like a massive pressure was on me. That makes sense, Goku. You see, in this world, there are many different forms of ki. The base ki that mortals generally use, like you and the humans. Then there's divine ki. That can be accessed by deities. Well, what's the difference? The level of power and potency of the divine is much different than the mortals. As you could plainly see, most mortals who aren't in touch with divinity can't really comprehend ki, God ki. The fact you were even able to feel the massive pressure it let off is very impressive indeed. Wait, so there's something beyond that? Well, yes, but that's not something you really need to know about right now. Why do you ask, Goku? Because I want to try to learn divine ki. And what? You want what? And King's eyes like, he just stops and thinks like, I never really considered a mortal being able to do it before, but I suppose anything is possible. There's nothing to say a mortal can't learn divine ki. I suppose I can at least train you in the basics of learning to sense it and then trying to access it yourself. And so that's actually where a giant chunk of Goku's training over the 7 years goes towards, is learning about the divine aspect of ki, trying to learn to access it himself. Now, keep in mind, in about a year's time, Vegeta got it down on his own without Goku, training with Whis. Of course, Whis is an angel, so he's got even a much higher level of knowledge of the divine than King Kai does by a long shot. But still, he was able to do it. And Goku's got 7 years here. So the question is, along with training with the Super Saiyan 2 form, all that, could Goku have essentially God? Could Goku have Super Saiyan God at this point? I will say this. I don't think he has a true Super Saiyan God. He doesn't not even the patchwork for it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the true transform into Super Saiyan God form. What I think he has, though, is that with training, he's learned to kind of access his own kind of pool of God ki. It's just not quite the same potency as a Super Saiyan God, like a pseudo God, if you will. Now, the reason I say this is just simply because of the fact that I don't know how much King Kai would know about training and accessing divine ki. I just did that as a fun thing in this video. It makes sense King Kai being a Kai could do that, hypothetically, but I don't know how much he could translate into teaching Goku. So I like the idea that he's not fully... It would take him training with Whis or them learning about the Super Saiyan God lore, which King Kai still doesn't know about, by the way, for them to understand Super Saiyan God. But to have maybe a God, just God, divine ki in general. Because there'd be a difference, I think, between turning into just accessing divine ki, which could wrap around Goku. In Goku's case, I still think it would kind of be a red aura, but he wouldn't gain the red hair. He maybe gain kind of like a Kaioken aura, sort of, but not quite. And then trying to merge it with a Super Saiyan form, which I think would result kind of in more like a darker burnt orange colored hair, or maybe just going into a really metallic, maybe not gold, because that's been used before, but something, maybe the hair color would look a little different when he combines it. In terms of power, where does that put Goku at? With 7 years training, his Super Saiyan 2 form is at least matched Gohan's. When he goes into the Divine Ki, it's a little above Super Saiyan 2. So let's just use a basic number system right now. If Super Saiyan 2 is equal to a 5, the halfway point here, standard Divine Ki that Goku is using is about a 6.5, stronger but not by much. And then if he does manage, and I think he still struggles with it because it's very different, to do the pseudo hybrid of Super Saiyan and God Ki, at least in this version right now, That comes off almost like a 10. Goku has not been trying to hit Super Saiyan 3 because he's been working more with the Divine. So that might just go out the way of the dodo, with him trying to learn Super Saiyan 3. Meanwhile, you still get Videl being interesting Gohan, who would be that year older, so he would be in her grade. But because Satan's not the savior of the world, she doesn't get to go out and stop crimes or anything like that. Even with him being the savior, I don't know why they allowed that to happen. That's bad. Like parenting, bad police, just bad. I think maybe Gohan takes the Great Saiyaman mantle on. I think it's possible. But most importantly, and this is the big thing, I think while they may go to the tournament, they don't participate in the tournament. The reason for that is there's just no reason really to. Goku showed up to do it because he had a day off and was going to see his friends and family, and they were going to have a fight. But here, they've been around the whole time. There's no real reason for him to do that. But more importantly, a little while before, like maybe about, say, a couple months before the tournament, before Babidi even shows up on Earth, King Kai gets a visitor on his planet. And, King Kai, who also has been training, has not stopped his training. Because King Kai, like Roshi, is a martial arts, and he realized that, no, it's important. It's important as a Kai to be able to defend my galaxy if need be. And so he's continued to train, and he senses someone getting out of the cave. He's like, Babbles, Gregory, do we have company? I can't remember exactly how they said. He's like, well, spit it out, you cricket. North Kai, it's a pleasure to see you. It's been too long. Supreme Kai, what are you doing here? And yeah, Shin and Kibito are there. He's like, yeah, well, there's something I need to talk to you about. Two things, actually. One, we've been able to sense your improvement ever since about 7 years ago, even all the way from the world of the Kais. I must admit, it is quite impressive. Well, I thank you. I've been doing my best to keep up with my students. Yes, your students. We've managed to sense a little bit of divinity elsewhere on this planet. Who might that be? That would be my student Goku. We fought a great foe many years ago, and he expressed interest in Gaki. He's picked up quite a bit of it, as a matter of fact. I'm quite impressed, though my knowledge of teaching is a bit limited. Perhaps we might be able to aid, and he could be a great asset. Which leads me to the next thing. This planet you live on, and this planet you guard, it is in grave danger. From what? And he's like, there's something you need to know, and he tells them of Babidi and Majin Buu. And so, cutting to the tournament, King Kai is actually there. He's like, you don't really come to these guys. What? There's something we need to discuss, Goku. Wait, really? It's what exactly that? And the matches go forth. They do have like Gohan at least participate, just to get the prize money. But Chi-Chi says like, no, Goku, you can't. But Chi-Chi, why not? It's like Gohan's doing it to help the family out. You just do it to have fun. And there's a difference. But come on, I can help the family. I said no. It's like and sure enough, Gohan and Kibito square up eventually after the Spopovich thing. Gohan nearly goes apeshit on him. But, the Gohan and Kibito thing happens. He goes Super Saiyan, and then he goes Super Saiyan 2, and then, when Spopovich come in, they freeze him, they steal his energy, and they fly off, and it's like, come on, Goku, come, it's time for us to go. And they fly off, and they follow in suit, which would be Piccolo, Goku, Shin, Kibito, Gohan, after getting healed up, Goku, and I do think Krillin ultimately comes with him, which leaves basically 18 to, soak up the bounty. Now, Goten does at least win the kids bracket, so there is that. And they do follow in suit behind, as they did in the original anime. Well, they first try to participate in the adult tournament, and then they follow behind. But, yeah, King Kai Shin explained to Goku and the gang who and what Majin Buu, or who Babidi is and what Majin Buu is and why he's such a threat. And they go to stop him. Deborah obviously spits on a couple of them. Kibito gets killed. Actually, yeah, that whole thing happens the same. Kibito gets killed. Piccolo and Krillin get turned to stone. And so they're about to go into the ship. Raditz also follows. I forgot to mention Raditz. I'm kind of now like, oh yeah, Raditz is there. I got to remember that. So Raditz follows too. Anyway, I digress. That will be the end of part 6. Join us again on Saturday for part 7. If I were to gauge, mind you, where this is going to go, how many more parts? Probably at least 2 more. 3 at the most. Actually, similar to the Naruto What If. At least 3, maybe 4 at the most for that one. But anyway, I digress. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I will see you folks next time.